This is the Vivi Electric Bike. It's a pretty eye-catching bike, I have to say, especially with these super wide, rugged 4-inch tires and sleek black frame. It looks like something you'd expect to cost way more, and honestly, my first impression was that it might be in that $3,000 or $4,000 range. So you can imagine my surprise to find out it's actually much more affordable for an electric bike with this kind of build and features. Let me just walk you through what caught my attention as someone who's pretty new to e-bikes. The shape of this Vivi e-bike is solid and sporty, and those fat tires immediately stand out. If you've never seen fat tires before, they're much wider than standard bike tires and are all about better grip and stability. You can ride over pavement, but also handle sand, gravel, even snow. From my experience so far, riding on different surfaces has felt a lot more stable and safe than on regular bikes. It makes me more comfortable as a newer rider. When I got the bike, it came about 90% assembled. I won't lie, I was a little concerned about what the last 10% would be like, since I'm not the handiest person. But the instructions were simple, and throwing on the front wheel, pedals, handlebars, and a few extra pieces only took me about half an hour. I really appreciate that they even included a little toolkit, so you don't need much else to get up and rolling. Now, let's talk about those key features that I think most people, including me, really care about. The first one is the motor. This bike packs a 500-watt motor that peaks at 1,000 watts. For beginners, that means it has a lot of punch on hills and when you want to take off quickly. The top speed is 25 miles per hour, which, let's be honest, feels crazy fast when you're out on a bike path or cruising down the street. My first ride, I was honestly grinning the whole time because it just takes off with such little effort. The next feature is the battery. Vivi gave this bike a removable 48-volt, 13-amp-hour lithium-ion battery. What's great is you can either charge it directly while it's still on the bike, or pop it out and bring it inside to charge. For me, that's perfect since I don't have an outlet in my parking area. The removable battery is also a plus if you're worried about theft. On a full charge, the range is about 30 to 60 miles, depending on how you ride and what mode you're using. Honestly, I was a little skeptical at first about the mileage, but it's held up pretty well, especially using pedal assist and not relying on full throttle all the time. Speaking of modes, this bike has several. For anyone not familiar, there's a throttle mode, where you just twist and the bike moves without needing to pedal. Then there's pedal assist, which means the bike helps out while you pedal, making it way easier, especially up hills, or if you just want to go faster with less effort. You can also turn the power off completely and use it like a regular bike, or use cruise control for steady speeds if you want to take it easy. From my experience, pedal assist gives you a good workout without making you totally wiped. So if you're commuting or just riding for fun, there's a mode for whatever you need that day. Another thing I noticed is the LCD display on the handlebars. It may sound basic to some, but I found it super helpful. It shows your battery level, speed, how far you've gone, and which assist mode you're using. With the big clear screen, even someone like me who isn't techie can see everything at a glance. I've even stuck my phone in the front bag since it's clear and touch-friendly, and used maps while riding. Let's talk build. The frame is made of aluminum alloy, so it feels sturdy but not ridiculously heavy. Although at 55 pounds, it's heavier than a regular bike. Lifting it upstairs isn't fun, but on the ground, that bit of weight makes it feel solid and safe, even at higher speeds. I've hit a few curbs and rough spots, and it doesn't rattle or feel flimsy, so I trust it to handle bumps and the occasional off-road adventure. The bike has front suspension, which basically helps absorb shocks when you go over potholes or bumps. If you're new to mountain bikes or haven't used suspension before, it really smooths out the ride and keeps you in better control. Something else that matters a lot to me, especially if you're riding at dawn or dusk, are the built-in lights. This Vivi comes with a bright LED headlight and reflectors on the wheels and frame. There's even an electric horn, which I thought was just a gimmick until I needed to warn somebody who wasn't paying attention on a bike trail. Paired with dual disc brakes, which make stopping in rain or mud a lot faster, I feel like I'm a lot safer riding in different conditions. For gears, you've got a 7-speed shifter. Basically, it gives you flexibility for hills or picking up speed. I like that you can use the mechanical gears and the pedal assist at the same time, or just go manual if you want even more exercise. Some e-bikes only give you a single gear, so having 7 makes this feel more like a higher-end mountain bike. I mentioned fat tires before, but riding with them really does feel different. It tracks straight, even in loose gravel and wet leaves. The extra width and the tread pattern add a ton of confidence over rougher terrain, which I was worried about at first, but it's been a non-issue. Plus, they just look cool. From my experience, the Vivi Electric Bike is perfect for a few different types of riders. Daily commuters will love how fast and easy it gets you to work, and you don't arrive all sweaty since the motor helps out. Weekend riders or anyone into exploring can take this onto bike paths, light trails, or even to the beach, because the fat tires can handle so many types of ground. If you're new to bikes or haven't ridden in years, the stability and safety features make it super accessible. For anyone worried about not having enough fitness, the pedal assist is a great confidence booster. I'd recommend this bike for someone looking for a reliable, fun electric bike that doesn't cost as much as a used car. Yes, there are a couple of downsides. The weight, again, is noticeable if you have to carry the bike upstairs or load it into a car. And the color choices are pretty limited, so if you're really particular, that might matter. But I think the positives way outweigh those issues for most people. The included fenders are a thoughtful touch, so you don't get soaked if you hit a puddle, and the warranty on the motor and battery gives me some peace of mind as a new e-bike owner. One thing I want to mention, just to be realistic, is that the range and speed you'll get totally depends on your weight, where you're riding, and how much you rely on the throttle versus your own pedaling. Charging overnight worked fine for me, taking about 5 or 6 hours, and I haven't run into any issues with the battery so far. In conclusion, the Vivi Electric Bike has surprised me in all the best ways. It gives you a lot for your money, plenty of power, a good battery, lots of safety features, and honestly, it just feels solid and fun to ride. I started out a little unsure about assembly and e-bikes in general, but it won me over. If you're thinking about upgrading your commute or just want to have a blast riding around town or off-road, I'd recommend giving this one a look. If you enjoyed this quick review, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave a comment below if you have any questions or want to share your experience. Thank you for watching.